This CST Saints Training Camp Report is brought to you by Louisiana Cat.
A little bit of everything from the Black and Gold Scrimmage, starting with the long sustained opening drive. Mark Ingram running hard, hit hard, indicative of the way this day would go. That opening drive ends with Ingram churning through the pile, second effort, and he's in with the game's first touchdown.
It's always, the closer you get, the harder it is. So when you could, get a good push from the offensive line, and I just hit it in there, and and fight for that yard, for that half a yard, it means everything.
One of the highlights of the day, the Saints pass rush. Unofficially 5 sacks on the day, 2 from Junior Gillette, 2 from Akeem Hicks.
I think we had a really good day defensively, and I feel like everybody was running around. There's definitely some areas we can improve on and get better at. But when you're competing against an offense like ours, you got to take credit for what you do when you get a chance to.
I think it was a little bit better than practices have been. I took it hard on myself on how I've been practicing. It felt like I haven't, been where I need to be at. But I felt like today was a big step. But we're not even close, or I'm not even close to reaching my potential. And as a defense, we're not close as well.
If Gillette and Hicks weren't the defensive MVPs, free agent cornerback Chris Carr was. Carr recorded 1 interception and jumped a route that led to a David Hawthorne interception.
He seemed to be around the ball. He's a veteran player who's got real good instincts. So it's not surprising, but nonetheless, he found himself around the football a bunch.
Carr is actually entering his 9th season in the NFL, and it did not take long for him to make an impression with his new teammates.
I remember the first time that Chris came in. He walked in the locker room, and I just knew that we were getting a quality player. I knew what kind of player he was going to be. So for him to come out here and have the day he had, I'm happy for him.
He knows that I know how to play football. I know that he's played on Super Bowl teams, and so there's a certain amount of respect there, and you just come in and you're willing to help people out. And we're all competing against each other, but it's one of those things. It's like, hey, may the best man win.
I call that one. I mean, he's a pro. I've coached this guy for a lot of years in Oakland. He's an outstanding football player. He's so smart. I think he's going to be a lawyer or a doctor, or probably both when he's done.
Overall impressions of this scrimmage from the defensive side?
There's never going to be a perfect, scrimmage. I was happy with the way we played. We got turnovers. We played hard, and it was good. It was good for me.
Unfortunately, injuries were a factor in today's scrimmage. Coach Payton wouldn't elaborate, but 4 players, including 3 wide receivers, left the field in pain. Joe Morgan limped to the training room during the opening series. Running back Travaris Cadet left the game after a hard collision with Eric Martin during a kickoff return. Jared Faison walked off with what appeared to be a cut finger, and later Andy Tanner was hurt in a collision with Kenny Vaccaro away from the ball. Tanner favored his right shoulder and was taped up. Coach Payton said updates on all injuries would come Monday. The one thing this scorching hot 75-play morning scrimmage was missing, a highlight-type touchdown catch. And just before it was over, Ryan Griffin lobs one corner of the end zone, and look at fullback Austin Johnson with the sweet catch for the score.
Yeah, that was good. I'd say that they don't get many of those opportunities, fullbacks to actually go up and catch a fade-type ball over a linebacker. So they're going to take full advantage of that.
From the Black and Gold Scrimmage in Metairie, Eric Ritchie with your Saints Training Camp report.